Good morning and welcome to DTBTV. This is going to be a video about squad depth and who we think should go, who we think we should loan out, who we think we should, or what kind of fee we should get for each individual player. So, for example, I've just shared a piece now on Gruich, who I actually think is outstanding. Gruich, let me just get onto his wicker. 2 seconds. Just get onto his Wikipedia a minute. Here we go. So, he had a big reputation when we signed Gruich. Serbian professional footballer. Let's just get to it now. So, Gruich was born on the 13th of April 1996. He's a Serbian professional footballer who plays at midfield for Premier League club Porto on loan from Liverpool and the Serbian national team. A native of Belgrade, Gruich started his career with his hometown club Red Star Belgrade, progressing well through their youth system to the first team squad. He made his professional debut in 2013 and won the Super League title in his final season with Red Star before completing a £5.1 million move to Liverpool. Gruich is a Serbian international and represented Serbia at every youth level from the under-16s upwards before making full international debut in May 2016. He was part of the Serbian side which won the 2015 Under-20 World Cup. And I can remember rightly, he was the player of the tournament for that World Cup. So it just says here, and this is the interesting bit, right? He's played 8 games for our first team, Gruich. Then he went on loan to Red Star Belgrade and played another 8 for them, scoring 1 goal. He went to Cardiff, and I know that Neil Warnock was raving about him. Neil Warnock said he was outstanding. Played 13 games in the Premier League for Cardiff and scored 1 goal. He then went to Hertha Berlin and made a massive impression in the Bundesliga and played 51 games. So I just need to say something here. This little thing with supporters about Gruich, I'll just get rid of him. This isn't a lad, by the way, that has been poor, and he's gone to, like, say, Ben Woodburnish, and he's gone to Blackpool and he hasn't pulled up any trees and he's dropped down the leagues and hasn't pulled up any... This lad's played at the highest level. I mean, he's 25 years old, right? And he's played in the Bundesliga, the Premier League, and the Portuguese League, and he's only 25. And let's not, like I say, 13 games in the Premier League for Cardiff. They got him on loan in January, I think, so he played nearly every game from this January window to the end of the season. Hertha Berlin, 51 games for Hertha Berlin, and scoring 9 goals in 51 matches. 9 goals. That's more than Gini Wijnaldum has scored for Liverpool in his whole career, right? As in per season. I don't mean he's better than Wijnaldum, I mean his goal record is. Porto, 23 games last season and scored 2 goals. Now, I remember when he played against Juventus, I was watching the game. Porto went down to 10 men early on in the game. And he was outstanding. He just literally lynched that midfield together. And he's 25. So, if you ask me a question now, would I keep Gruich? I'd say, yeah, give him a chance. Central midfield is an area now Gini Wijnaldum's gone that we need to keep strong. But then again, is now the time to capitalise on his value being the highest it will have ever been? I mean, I'm saying now we will get a minimum of 20 million quid for him. Quid, not euros, pound. Because he's played they got to the quarter-final of the Champions League last season, Porto. He's played in Bundesliga, he's played in the Premier League, he's proven he's a top player, and he's played in the Champions League. So, and his age is 25. So for me, when did he turn 25? In April. So he's only just turned 25. He was only 25 in April, just gone, a couple of months ago. So that's my first one I'm going to explain. So Gruich to me. So what do you reckon in the comment section? Let me know. I'd possibly give him pre-season and just give him a look. Give him a look again, because I just think, what's the point in buying these top players and youngsters if we don't ever try them? And if he's gone to Porto, got to the quarterfinals of the Champions, he was playing for Porto. He wasn't a sub, he was starting every week. So if you can play for Porto, you can play for Berlin, you're a top player, and he can play for Liverpool. So that's Gruich out the way. So let's get on to the comments a minute, see if anybody said hello. All right, Stephen. All right, Tom. Morning, John. Blessings. All right, Alexander. How many goals in 51 games? You reckon Gruich was a Buvac buy? Yeah, 9, Paul, which isn't bad considering he's a defensive midfielder. So that's Marco Gruich. I've got a list here of players I think that will be sort of possibly going out this season. So Shaqiri, another one. So Jordan Shaqiri. Let's just get on his wiki. So I just like to see the stats and read them out. So a lot of people said they didn't know Patson Daka's stats, so they appreciated me reading them all out. So I mean, his senior career is unbelievable. So he's had 91 caps for Switzerland and 23 goals. Shaqiri is still, well, he's 29 now. He's 30 in October. Shaqiri's time to go, I think. 30 in October. You get into 30 years old, you're going to be wanting to play more than he did last season. But he's only played 45 games for Liverpool. Well, he signed in 2018, so he's been at Liverpool 3 years now and played 45 matches, and he scored 7 goals. But his career is amazing. Basel, 92 appearances, 18 goals. Bayern Munich, 52 games, 11 goals. Inter Milan, 15 appearances, 1 goal. Stoke, 84 appearances, 15 goals. So he's a great player. Again, I'll be looking at if someone come in and offered £20 million for a lad that's 30, or £15 million for a lad that's 30 in October, I would certainly take that. So that's Shaqiri done. Might as well stay on Wiki a minute. Divock Origi. Bless him. Old Divock. I wouldn't be surprised if Gerrard's Rangers come in for him. I've said that. So Divock Origi, he's played 100 games for Liverpool and scored 19 goals, which means he hasn't scored in 81 matches, which is the reason why Liverpool are saying they need to sell him. But all them 19 goals have been important ones, I'll definitely say that. But again, Divock Origi has only just turned 26. He was 26 years old in April. So exactly, so March, no, May, June. So he's literally just turned 26. So his age is perfect to demand a decent fee. He's played for Lille, he's played for Wolfsburg. He got 8 goals in 33 games in the French league for Lille. So I wouldn't be surprised. Lille had just won the league. I wouldn't be surprised if Lille come back in for him again. Wolfsburg, he scored 6 in 31, and he scored 3 in 29 for the national team of Belgium. So that's Divock. So if we get £15 million for him, that's a good deal. We should take it. Next one. It's Harry Wilson. He made a big mistake, I think, dropping down to the Championship. That's just killed off his chances of coming back into the Liverpool team, in my opinion. Even though he did well there, he shouldn't have dropped down to the Championship, especially after playing 31 games for Bournemouth last season, scoring 7 goals. What? I don't get that. I think it was because of the Euros. I think he knew he needed to be playing to be in the Wales team for the Euros. But at Derby, he was outstanding. At Derby, right, so this is his record. This is bloody good. He went on loan to Crewe, played 7, scored 0. But in 2018, he went on loan to Hull, and in 13 games, he bagged 7 goals. In 2018-2019, he went to Derby, where he was outstanding under Frank Lampard, and scored 15 in 40. I wouldn't be surprised if Lampard gets the Crystal Palace job, that's one of his first signings for Palace, because he'd do well for Palace, Harry Wilson. So AFC Bournemouth, this was Premier League. He smashed 7 goals in 31 games for them. Brilliant. Cardiff last season, 7 goals in 37 games. So he actually did better in the Prem than he did in the Championship, which is weird how he went. And then again, everyone keeps thinking Harry Wilson is this young player. Harry Wilson has just turned 24. He's not as young as people think he is. He should now not be going loan. I mean, since 2015, he's been on loan every season. 6 years on loan. That's not good. He needs to get a team now where he stays and literally and nails down a place. Again, if someone offers us 10 million, 15 million, I know Rangers are interested in Harry Wilson, then I would say get the lad in. Sold, I mean. Next one is, who could potentially go? Oh, the Ox. So the last one will be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has played 77 games for Liverpool since 2017-18 season and scored 8 goals. The problem with him is his fitness. But the Ox is due to be 28 this August. So he's 28 now. He needs to go and get his career sorted. Again, I think if we got 15, 20 million pound for Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think he could definitely be one to leave with him approaching his 28th birthday. But I love the Ox, great player. He's won the Premier League and the Champions League at Liverpool, so his justification of leaving Arsenal has already been justified, and you know, I'm really sort of made up for him. And he's won the Super Cup and he's won the World Club Championship at Liverpool as well. So let's just see any more comments. Yeah, you like Shaq, cross from Shaq to Genie. Goal v bars, the priceless. Yeah, it was. Hi, Bjorn. So there you go. So there's the ones that I think that are going to be the big money earnings, the people that we're going to make some big money off. You work it out: 15 to 20 million for Harry Wilson, 15 to 20 million for Origi, 15 to 20 million for Gruich. There's 60 million pound there in incomings, and then Shaqiri 15 to 20 million. There's, you know, you're looking at nearly 80 million quid. And if we get that, we should go and get Basuma for 35 million from Brighton, and we should go and get Patson Daka, which I think Patson Daka will be coming in this week at some point, from what I'm hearing. So yeah, that's just a short video. I hope you enjoyed it with possible outgoings at Liverpool Football Club, and I'll let you know as soon as I know anything, and I'll do a video as soon as we sign somebody, because I know I'm getting a lot of nice messages on my inbox saying, Neil, we love the statistical analysis and stats you give about players. For example, Patson Daka, not a lot of people even knew who he was. They said it was so great to hear that he's not only a great young lad, but his goal record's phenomenal. So we will continue to do that. I think we need better players in Gruich if we want to win the league again. Yeah, I totally agree. It's a fair point, Chris. Chrissy, I did say as well that if the money's right, we'll sell him. But I'm just saying that when I watched him, let's not forget he played in the quarterfinals of the Champions League last season. He played every week, and us in the Juventus game, honestly, it was unbelievable. So like I say, but if the money's right and we've got a better target, say Basuma. So say for example, FSG's plan was, right, we'll get the money in for Shaqiri, we'll get the money in for Gruich, so we can buy Basuma, and then we'll sell Harry Wilson, blah blah blah, to then buy Daka. Then I've said it from day one, there'll be 3 signings in this summer. It was always going to be a centre back, centre midfielder to replace Genie Wijnaldum, and a centre forward. They were the 3 that we knew we needed. Klopp never brings in more than 2 or 3, so that'll be it. What do I think about the possibility of Matip then? I like him, but could see him leaving because of injuries. To be honest with you, Jared, Matip's brilliant. Honestly, so frustrating. Joel Matip is outstanding. And if you look at it like this, we never paid for him. He was a Bosman. So I look at it like this. Keep him. Keep him. Put him on a pay-as-you-play. Say to Matip, do you want to stay at Liverpool? If he does, say to him, right, it's going to be, you know, we will, unless he's on a decent wage where you don't need to say we're dropping your wages if you don't play. Let him see his contract out. Let him leave on a Bosman. You never know. It was a freak year last year. There was a lot of bloody injuries, not just at Liverpool but in the Premier League. Good pre-season behind him. You know, these injuries are not like cruciate knee ligament or out he's had. They're just niggles. I just think that if we can get 15 to 20 games a season out of Joel Matip, even as a backup, he's worth keeping. That's just my opinion. But you know, unless there's a bid that comes in for him. But like you say, with his injury record, I can't see that. So yeah, so that's just the you know, the ins and outs that I think. Well, the outs at the moment I think will happen. Be interested to see how this Polish kid does this year, whether or not he makes a step up to the first team. I think he'll play in pre-season, which will be. Let's not forget Brewster played a lot in pre-season. So yeah, as with regards to the group, the scratch card for the England game this weekend is going well, as you can see. They're only £1 a team, and the cash prize is 30 quid, because we're going to make a donation to the 120 mile cycle fundraiser I'm doing for AFC Liverpool, because they unfortunately still can't play any games with fans because Marine, as you well know, did that incredible FA Cup run there, doing the whole pitch. They're turning it into a synthetic pitch, which means they can just rent it out 7 games a season, 7 games a week or more to make money, which is, you know, if you're a Marines chairman, you would do that. Anyway, that means that AFC can't play any home games in pre-season, meaning no fans, no money. So I'm doing a Just Giving page. It's on as we speak. It's at £110 already, which is incredible. Put the thing up for 750. I'm going to be cycling to 14 Liverpool Senior Cup opponents, because that's what AFC Liverpool play in the Liverpool Senior Cup. So I'll be going Tranmere, Southport, Everton, you know, sort of New Brighton, Formby, all over the city. So I'm going to be really busy in the next 14 days from Saturday, before AFC play their first match of pre-season, which is on the 26th of June. So get on the Affordable Football Club page if you want to come and follow that journey with AFC Liverpool as well. If you can donate to the Just Giving, brilliant. If you can't, not a problem. England v Croatia is £1 to go, and we've got the other 2 group games and the final. That's it. So how about cashing in for Katie? I'll just answer that, Baz, before I go. Yeah, I would. He just can't stay fit. I mean, he can't string two or three games together, and that's a worry. Matip, for all of his faults, he'll still string a few games together and then get injured. But Keita can't even string 2 or 3 together, and he's been there 3 years now. 3 years, Naby Keita. So for me, if somebody offered us 20 million from now, take it and cut your losses. That's just the one with that. So yeah, so cheers everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and there'll be more coming soon. You'll never walk alone.